Okay, I will adjust it before we started. Okay, today or tonight, I will tell you a couple of topics that we are talking in the class for a couple of weeks, the conclusion of it. But before I started, it's kind of cringe if I'm not introduce myself first. My name is Anugrah Ahmad Indiansyah, or you can call me Danu. I'm from TIC 2B, and that's it. I will start the topic, but what we are talking about, I'm kind of forget about. Oh, interpersonal speech context. And I'm gonna make it quick. What is interpersonal speech context? But for your information, you can tell me on the comment below if you have another opinion or you have something to tell about or you want to tell your opinion. You can tell me on the comment below and I will happily reply it. But this all conclusion is based from me and what I have been learned and searching on Google. And what is interpersonal? It is refers to communication and established personal relationship between among people. And I can give you a little bit example from it, like positive affirmation, that's and your goal setting, or even your negative thoughts. And another example you can search on Google. There's a couple of example that I can give to you, and to make it short, we'll go to the next topic about MBTI, Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. What is MBTI? MBTI from Google is an introspective self-assessment indicating psychological preference in how people perceive the world and make decisions. Either way, millions of people have great value in understanding their personal type, but we're gonna break down a couple of MBTI. Just a short explanation about it. There's ISTG, ESTG, ESFG, ISFG, ISTP, and ESTP. What does that word mean? We're gonna break out from I. What I mean. I represent introvert, E represent extrovert, S represent sensing, and F represent feeling, T represent thinking, and J represent judging, and P represent perceiving. Okay, and after that we're gonna talk about communicating in high and low context culture and how this whole concept affects the way people behave. We're gonna say in one side, you can say high context culture, they're considered less direct communication and using more gesture or any other environment to draw their significance from message. They're usually relational and collectivist and give great importance to impersonal relationship. And also the other hand, as you can say, low context cultures. They're using more direct communication than put less the other like less gesture and less the other environment. They're more direct, as you can say, and they're more focused on the task at hand in the present moment. To make it simple, high context cultures means you are using more gesture and less direct communication. And low, before is the high one, and now the low one, low context using more direct communication than the gesture. And next we are gonna make it fast. There's before I will say the collectivist, and this is also the part of the topic, the culture of the future. What does it mean? Collectivism and individualism. Oh, Okay, collectivism and individualism. What is that? Let me think couple of words that can make you understand. Okay, collectivism stress the importance of the community, while individualism is focused on the rights and concern of each person. Where unity and selflessness or altruism are fairly tried in collectivist cultures. Independence and personal identity are promoted in individualistic cultures or individualism. And next, we are gonna talking about after that. I will say what is direct and indirect communication style. Again, I remind you, you can tell me on the comment below if you have different opinion than me, and maybe if I'm not that lazy, I'm gonna put some information in right or my left. But again, if I'm not lazy, I'm kinda get distracted here. Okay, direct and indirect communication style. What does that mean? Okay, and I have an example for you. In many Eastern European countries, if you come to somebody's house and they offer you like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, it's considered impolite to accept immediately. You have to decline a couple of times and saying you don't want to bothering the host, then eventually continue declining but with less emphasis, which means that you actually want a cup of tea or coffee or something else. For a German who was one time and expect to receive an honest answer, this might sound strange. An Eastern European who moved to Germany will have to eventually adjust to more straightforward communication. Like, or you can say the German is like more low context culture. There's more direct. There's no declining, and there's more direct. If you want it, just tell it. If you don't want it, just tell it. And their communication through interaction directly in verbal message. Direct communication message usually don't have an underlying meaning. They value direct answer. Hansi and Frankness. This communication style is considered more task-oriented because criticism is expressed more freely and it is taken less personally. Direct people are not afraid of conflict and are used to disagree with others openly. For them, honesty is the best policy. And if you know why I'm kinda hard to tell you about it, this because I get distracted. And sorry about that. I will give you an explanation the best that I can. Okay, now back to the topic. The last topic: formal versus informal communication in the workplace, unveiling differences. And what is that? What is informal, formal communication? What's the difference? Okay, informal communication in contrast to formal communication. There's informal communication doesn't bound to any organizational standard and flows are as per the situation, which can often lead to the miscommunication or over communication. This kind of communication usually happen between friends and family, exchanging information or opinion casually. There's no formal or standard for it. Informal is just on this based on this situation that's going on. And I will give you a couple of differences between them. Between formal and informal communication. First of all, formal communication first, the power of structure, that what people call a set of principle is followed. Second, a secret can be maintained adhering to professionalism. Third, written communication is predominantly used. And fourth or less, it can be time consuming. But for the informal communication, like I used to talk to you right now, there are no rules for it. Secret can be spurred in the heat of the moment depend on the situation. And third, it is more of oral communication. And last one is just prompt and quick and doesn't like the formal one that can be time consuming. Okay, that is all of the conclusion that we are talking about in the class for a couple of weeks. If I have some mistake, if my communication right now is have some mistake, my apologize. I got distracted a couple of times, so thanks for listening. Again, if you have different opinion from me, you can tell me on the comment below and I will happily reply it. And bye.